Hello guys, how are we all doing? Welcome back to another video. What a final day that was. That was unbelievable. I've never seen anything like that. We just streamed a mental game where we saw so many teams jump out of the bottom three. And in the end, Derby are safe, Wednesday are down, Rotherham are down, Wycombe are down.
Crazy final day of the season. Goals coming in, left, right, and centre, wasn't it? Who could have predicted that? It was, it was all in Rotherham's hands at one point, and it was in Sheffield Wednesday's hands, and it was in Derby's hands, and it was kept going back and forth. Mental final day of the season. We were spoiled, really, wasn't we?
Absolutely.
As a neutral fan, knowing our team Coventry are safe going into the final day of the season, we was spoiled because, we couldn't have predicted it. It was, so much drama, and a brilliant final day for a neutral fan.
Absolutely. It was unbelievable. And like you said, for a neutral, it's the best thing you can ask for. If you're one of those, if you support one of those teams down there, it's horrible. And I can't describe how the Wednesday fans, the Rotherham fans, the Wycombe fans are feeling right now. I think Wycombe, we kind of knew they were down. In the end, it's agonising that they've come so close with another 3-0 win today and still fallen short. With Wednesday, God, what a game. I mean, they went 1-0 up. They then went 2-1 down. They went 3-2 up. And it collapsed, that penalty proving to be decisive. And if they'd have won, in the end, it would have been enough because Rotherham didn't win. And as for Rotherham, they were leading for 80 minutes today.
That is cruel, isn't it? I said it. That's cruel from Cardiff to let them lead and be safe for 80 minutes and then all of a sudden just score with 2 minutes to go and go, no, Rotherham, you're going down.
In the end, it was a team that wasn't playing for anything that had the biggest say.
Exactly that.
Cardiff City. That was very cruel. Let's just analyse the table, guys, because that was just a mental final day. And this is how the tables finished at the bottom. We knew there was nothing up for grabs in the top 2 and top 6 race, but in the end, Sheffield Wednesday have finished bottom. Rotherham finishing 23rd. Wycombe, to their credit, finishing 22nd.
Can I just
and
say,
Derby 21st.
Can I just say as well, that is an amazing achievement for Wycombe. I know they've still went down, but where they were just a few months ago, how far adrift they were to really turn around the second half of the season. I mean, look at that, 3 wins in the last 5. That's amazing, isn't it? That's like promotion form, that is.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, yeah, it's, if they can, replicate that next season, then there's no doubt why they shouldn't come straight back up.
Absolutely. And it's just agonising, though, because look at that form to the end of the season. 3 wins in the last 4. If they'd have just picked up 1 or 2 more points, they'd have been safe. And what a story that would have been.
I know, exactly that, yeah.
Derby fans should definitely count themselves lucky because look at that form. In the end, that one draw, just enough. They've literally, they couldn't have made it any tighter.
It's unreal how you can go 7 games with straight losses and then you can come into the final game of the season, draw and stay up. I mean, it's got to be one of the lowest record sort of points totals to stay up, isn't it? 44 points.
It was one of the slowest relegation battles we've ever seen.
Yeah, I mean, we were sort of saying a few months back, you've got to get to around 50 points because that's generally the magic number. And I mean, being a Coventry fan, I thought we was going to struggle to get to that, but we didn't even need to get anywhere close to that. I mean, it turns out that Coventry, were safe weeks and weeks ago when we was on like 45 points. But yeah, it's a strange old thing, isn't it?
A word on each of the teams that's gone down. We'll start with Wycombe. We always thought they were going to go down, didn't we?
Yeah, lowest budget in the league. Don't necessarily play the most attractive football, but it is what it is. They are a relatively small club, and they've done themselves proud. Is it their first ever time in the second tier, or first in a while?
I think so.
And they've definitely held their own in quite a lot of the games. So yeah, they can. They've done themselves proud, and good things for the future, I would say.
Absolutely. As for Rotherham, I mean, they were always the wild card because of them games in hand. The games are up and they've fallen short.
Yeah, it must be so disappointing being a Rotherham fan because I was thinking, they've got like a lot, like at one point they had 4 games in hand over the other teams, and they only needed to make up something like 3 points.
They did.
But a lot of people did say that, it's going to come down to the fact that they played too many games in such a short period of time because they had so many games postponed. And, whether that's true or not, whether the players were tired or whether they, just didn't play well, I don't know. But, yeah, it must be so disappointing because you kind of know what you need to get out of it. You have that many games ahead of other people and you still just can't make it happen. I mean, today, leading for so long and then...
I think Rotherham ended with 3 draws in the end, which means they've come pretty close. And the amount of games they've lost by 1 goal, it's been fine margins for Rotherham.
Yeah.
The last team we'll talk about is Sheffield Wednesday. Obviously, they got relegated today. They were so close. I mean, I've watched them a few times on live streams this season. They've actually been a decent team. It's just a nearly team, aren't they? They've come 1 goal short today.
Yeah, I thought they was honestly down weeks and weeks ago because they were a good, a good distance from safety. And the fact that they've even managed to take it to the final day, with drawing last week, we thought that was a bad result, but it actually turned out to be a relatively positive result. And to come into the final day and still be in it with a points deduction is, again, credit to them, really. And, in League One, if they can keep the players and, they can do everything the right way, then there's no doubt why they shouldn't come straight back up.
Yeah, and obviously a word on Derby. They haven't been amazing, but they have just got the job done and they can definitely have a big summer and move on to next season.
Yeah, it's just got to be such a relief, isn't it? If you're a Derby County fan, it's got to be such a relief to be so poor, but then still managing to stay up. The only thing that's really kept them up is the fact that the required number of points is so low this season. That's it. You can get away with being so bad and still stay up. It's amazing, isn't it, really?
Quite fantastic, really. Good luck to the 3 teams that have gone down. Obviously, Wycombe and Rotherham have been in League One before. They got promoted last season, so they'll know that division. Sheffield Wednesday obviously spent a long time in the Championship, but they have been promoted from League One before, so I think they will be one of the favourites to come back up. And as for Derby, we'll see you next season. It's been a crazy mental final day, but that is the situation. Wednesday, Rotherham and Wycombe down. We'll see you in the next video, guys. Peace out.
See you guys.
Loud.